craft section of our videos. Today at the Lafayette Senior Center we are making some paper cranes. It's a type of origami. It's a very popular type of origami that a lot of people know how to do, and I'm going to be showing you step by step how to do it. Before we begin with that, I'm going to explain the origin story of the origami paper cranes. And there's a story that I learned many years ago, and it was the story of 1,000 origami cranes. And in this story, this little girl makes 1,000 paper cranes in 1 year, and at the end of the year, she is granted good luck for her entire year. It's very popular in the Japanese culture. It promises that anyone who folds 1,000 origami cranes will be granted good luck. Some stories believe that you are granted happiness and eternal good luck, while others say it only lasts for a year because you only made paper cranes for that 1 year. And you have to make 1,000 paper cranes in a year. They have to be done by the end of the year, and they must be made all by the person who wants to receive the good luck. So like if I wanted good luck, I'd have to make all the paper cranes by myself. No one could help me, or else it wouldn't count. So now that we have the story of the paper crane, let's start with how we make the paper cranes. So you'll want a piece of paper, any kind of paper will do, and we are going to fold it so we can make a square out of it. And I do this by folding the upper right quarter down until it meets the other side of the paper. So it'll look like this. And then we're going to cut this tail off. Now the reason we want it in a square is because it makes it a lot easier to do things. You don't have that extra paper hanging off the end, which can be very annoying. And it'll just make your paper crane look better in the end. Okay, so after you cut off your tail, you can throw it away. You can use it for later to make a smaller paper crane, whatever you'd like to do. Now that we have our triangle, we're going to unfold it, and there's a crease right here. We're going to turn the paper so the crease is going this way, and we're going to take this corner the crease is running through and fold it to the other corner. So essentially we just take the triangle, we take it apart, and we fold it the other way. So now when you open it up, you should have 4 lines, or an X. So we're going to put it back into our triangle shape, and now we're going to take the edges of our triangle and fold them inward. And if you mess up on this part, don't worry, it's hard to do sometimes, but overall your crane will still look great in the end, even if you find it difficult to do. So you're just going to fold it inward to where the tips line up. As you can see, mine doesn't line up all that well, but it's okay because in the end it'll still look good. Now you're going to take the other side and do the exact same thing with it. And as you can see, even though I've been making these for years, I'm still not the best at it. I don't have perfect lines all the time, but that's okay because my paper cranes still come out really good and I love them anyways. So now that you have your piece of paper folded like this, even if it looks like mine where your corners are overlapping, it's fine, don't worry about it. So now it looks like this. We're going to take it and open this part, and I call this a bolt fold because it looks like a boat to me whenever you do it. So you'll want to take this flap and fold it back where it looks like this. Don't flatten it all the way. And then the corners that are puffing up right here, you're going to take them and fold them in. So it goes from a boat to kind of a squished shape. And mine's not going to be perfect, but that's all right. So we take it and we fold it inward. And we take this side and do the same thing. And in the end, it'll look like that. So now we're going to go to the other side and do the exact same thing. And repeat the same steps. So we're just folding it into the center again. And we're going to take this side and do the exact same thing. And so now it looks like this. It's kind of a long triangle shape, kind of looks like a mouth a little bit. That's what we have now. Now this fold is called a fox fold. It's the easiest fold, I think, in the entire tutorial of making this. So all you do is take this side and you fold it, and you fold this side. So where it used to be like this, you're just kind of folding it the other way. You're opening it up, kind of. You take that, and it's called a fox fold because it looks like a fox in the end. You want to smooth down its ears, as they call them. And it will look sort of like this. Okay, our next step is we're going to take this part, which is like the fox's mouth, or it will eventually be the wing of the crane. So we're going to take it and we're going to fold it straight up. It looks like this. And now we're going to take the other side and fold it straight up. So now we have something that looks kind of like a crown. And we're going to take the pieces we folded straight up and we're going to half them. So you're going to fold it in half onto itself till it looks like that. And this is going to be our little wing. You're going to do the same thing with the other side. Fold this side in half to make this wing. And now these parts up here, pick whichever one is your least favorite. This is what I do. I usually pick the pointiest side to be my tail, and I pick the other side that I don't like a lot to be my head. So this side is going to be my head, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my thumb inside of it and bend it down on my thumb to where it creates a little crease like this. You see it? And then I squish it down so it stays. And there's the head of your crane. And now my crane has the wings and the head and this little centerpiece that looks like a triangle that's kind of deflated. I just pull it out a little bit and fluff it. And there I have my finished paper crane. I don't think these can fly very well, but we're gonna try it. It flew kind of good. Well, that is the end of our tutorial today. And if you can't personally make these paper cranes, show them to your children or grandchildren or any family members you have or any friends you have. And it can be a fun bonding experience for you to both try to make them. This is one of my favorite things of origami. It took me a little while to learn, but it's super easy and it's just great to have paper cranes around. I think they're lovely and great. And that's all for this segment. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed making paper cranes with me.